My opponent and his running mate are new to foreign policy.
We have just learned that the U.S. ambassador to Libya has been killed.
The U.S. State Department is dealing with a full-blown crisis.
It appears to be a very coordinated military-style attack. This was not a demonstration gone bad.
They were chanting death to America as they ripped down the American flag and set it on fire.
I think it pretty clearly it was a terrorist attack.
We have seen certain activities that certainly lead you to believe today that it is an al-Qaeda-affiliated group.
The video circulating on the internet that has led to these protests.
These protests were in reaction to a video.
We know it was a terror attack. It was planned 2 to 3 days in advance. We know it had nothing to do with the video.
It was a crude and disgusting video. The United States government had nothing to do with this video.
We've seen rage and violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video that we had nothing to do with.
Officials on the ground immediately suspected the attack was not tied to the movie at all.
People take offense to this video. There's no video that justifies an attack on an embassy.
In fact, what this began as was a spontaneous, not a premeditated response to what had transpired in Cairo.
Do you think the movie had anything to do with this attack on the consulate?
Not on this attack.
And I'll tell you what else doesn't make any sense is the White House spokesman, the Secretary of State, and our ambassador to the UN stating categorically that it was not a terrorist attack.
Obama is more worried about what Governor Romney is doing than what the terrorists are doing.
The White House downplayed this terrorist attack less than 2 months before the election.
As a response to inflammatory material posted on the internet.
It was clearly a coordinated attack that was specifically planned.
It is not a reaction to the 9/11 anniversary that we know of or to U.S. policy.
And we've got a president, I don't even think appeasement is the right word as much as he is weak.
Egypt is an ally. It's a major non-NATO ally.
Correct.
I don't think that we would consider them an ally, but we don't consider them an enemy.
There is no higher priority than protecting our men and women wherever they serve.
He has time for Whoopi Goldberg, but he doesn't have time for world leaders.
No, Chris, look.
Yeah, a few minutes and it's scheduled.
I told folks I'm just supposed to be eye candy here for you guys.
Even Democrats quietly wondering if the president's making a mistake by not having the bilateral meetings at the UN.
There really isn't a full explanation that's been forthcoming other than the president has a busy schedule.
The White House chose to leave out key intelligence from the attack on Americans in Libya.
I think a lot of it was done for electoral politics to cover the president's failure.
They wanted to put out a story. They thought that story may or may not have been accurate to get them to November 6th.
Both the President and the Secretary of State were pressed to answer whether this could have and should have been prevented.
This was more than just a protest gone bad.
There was never an anti-American protest outside of the consulate.
It was not as a result of a YouTube video. It was an orchestrated anti-American terrorist attack.
We have no information to suggest that it was a pre-planned attack.
My opponent and his running mate are new to foreign policy.